Teams were ready quicker than expected, so we'll get straight into it. And we're gonna see what alternate aTTaX answer is to this GamersOrigin lineup as apologies. There's a slight mistake on my end. That is indeed not Vivi's adventure. Do not be fooled. We will have for our grand finals on the blue hand side GamersOrigin, Paco, Noki, Benbest, Narwhal, Leaf, and Hip. And over on the red side, alternate aTTaX with Nil, Cranks, Ruby to Liz, Octo, and Nex. As we'll see, GamersOrigin ready their setup on the defensive side of things. Same composition once more. Triple tank with Narwhal on that soldier. Whereas alternate looking like they are indeed going to go for a mirror comp. No, don't expect them to run that Torbjorn. Probably gonna go for that soldier. This round will start in 8 seconds. Once more. We'll see Nil swap over to the soldier in the end.
Everyone heal up.
As GamersOrigin poking at the opposition, trying to build ever so slight ult advantage. Nice Bionade dropping onto Nil from the opponent, and Leaf almost getting the kill there, but Narwhal, nice Helix, will secure that first blood in favor of the blue team, and now being pushed back. Leaf follows it up with a second kill. Can they get more? Spawn camp once more. Aggressive push coming out of GamersOrigin.
Anyone need some healing?
My ultimate is charging.
My
They'll play it safe. They don't want to overstay their welcome. They're gonna go ahead and regroup. And Nil once more trying to go for the high ground, but in front of his team. We'll see Benbest charge in, get nano boosted, but slept instantly. And now Leaf and Co coming in from behind. Gets Diana, but not before Paca going down. Looking for more. Can they get it? So far, it's a 1-for-1. Ooh, Nil getting hit by that secondary fire will be brought really, really low. Both soldiers do have the tac visor available. That seems like it would potentially be enough, but tac visor being popped by Nil nets him 2 kills. No kills in the side of Narwhal as he did go down to it. And this is looking better and better for alternate. Benbest gets hooked. Franks will get that kill, and Leaf tries to stay on alive and push them out of the point with Whole Hog, and they can actually do it. Gets the first kill and the second one onto Nil. Now with the sound barrier and with the push, can they keep it up? Benbest is gonna look to run back to the point with the ultimate, and with tac visor available for Narwhal, maybe they can actually pull out a hold. Leaf coming up huge on that Roadhog, but the sleep dart is great. Benbest gets shut down. Narwhal as well. And alternate manages to pull through in the end, but that was a close one.
Nano boost almost ready. Healing boost. I am moving the payload. Fall in with me.
Benbest will still have his Earth Shatter available as a result. No swaps coming out of the side of GamersOrigin. Cranks did swap to Tracer previously. See him stick with it for now. We'll spot out Narwhal. Test him and push him out of the elevator. And out of the option of being on high ground. Now Cranks looking for targets, but Nil is gonna pop that tac visor. So far though, 2 kills in the side of GamersOrigin. Make that 4. Nil being the only one to get a single kill. Leap gets the hook. Gets the team kill. The good hole for GamersOrigin. Unfortunately for Nil, he did expend that tac visor for a single kill onto Paco. Next, however, we'll have that Graviton available. We'll try to make the team fight win off of it. As, oh, he actually gets to use it in the end as the hook did connect. So far though, it's still 2-for-1 in favor of GamersOrigin as Leaf continues to just keep the paint train rolling. Even has that whole hog available. Hip, good to go with the nano boost too. Narwhal catching Nil will mean that he's gonna be able to build up his ultimate as well. So plenty of options for GamersOrigin. Whereas for alternate, Octo gonna be the only one with an ultimate ready. Roof Shatter is definitely a strong ultimate still, so maybe he can turn things around, but Narwhal is gonna straight up drop down with the attack visor. Nano boost on him as well. Looking for more, but gets zapped down by Nex and shot down by Nil. Over on the backhand side, we still see Cranks in there, but finally goes down. Leaf getting that kill, and the return of Shatter will secure the other kills as Leaf gets a nice hook onto him. Does this nice 360 ballerina spin to boot. And another great hold on Hollywood coming out of GamersOrigin. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining for alternate. But they will have 3 ultimates up and ready to go soon. Graviton and Whole Hog will be a great answer potentially out of Paco and Leaf. And we do see the Graviton, but the sound barrier might potentially be enough. But beautiful Bionade still with the extra health from the sound barrier, from Lucy's ultimate. It seems like it's gonna be enough pranks now, even with that swap over to Genji. Will be on cleanup duty, but we'll opt in to disengage for now. Finally going back to contest Narwhal on top. Still, GamersOrigin continue to try and hold. 3 ultimates available soon. Van Best does have his up. Narwhal looking to use his soon. Setting the sights onto Ruby for now. And we'll see Nil shoot his targets off from the side. And now with an Earth Shatter, Narwhal is gonna go in with the attack visor, but the nano boosted blade. Cranks gets a double, gets to reflect the sleep dart. And with Paco, he will secure the quadra kill. Narwhal desperately trying to run back in, stays alive with the sound barrier with Paco. If Paco can make it back up to the point, maybe they can turn things around and hold. 8 seconds remaining. Paco is gonna be using the Graviton. Gets free so far though, but with the sound barrier in return, it's still looking great for alternate. 3 kills in favor to 0. Now 4 with Ruby onto Noki. Could have been dangerous, but alternate make it work. And now with Cranks and Nil chasing down those final targets, looking for the staggers. Doesn't get any though. Still plenty of ultimates available for the red team. Nil not being spotted. Be right here. He's gonna straight up pop the attack visor. Forces the blue team out of position. Gets the first kill. Cranks follows it up onto Hip, and now once more alternate will be able to get that team fight win and keep the push rolling. Blade and Graviton will be an option for them as well. Next, just have that Graviton available. Cranks, Dragon Blade, good to go. But Leaf gets the first pick onto Taliz, makes it a 6v5. Could be big, but Graviton is out. Blade and the Nano to follow suit, and it's just slice and dice as Cranks gets finally taken down by Leaf, but doesn't seem like it will be enough. As the final remaining members of GamersOrigin are rushing to the point. It's gonna be a valiant hold if they somehow manage to do it, but with the Earth Shatter coming through, can they do it? Leaf somehow still alive. Nil answers with his own, will take them down. And alternate gets it in the end.
3. Switching sides.
Overall, though, still a good defense by GamersOrigin. Managing to force overtime. Now, we'll see what alternate goes for in terms of the defensive side of things on Hollywood. We did not see them play on this particular map tonight, so will be an interesting one for sure. Unless they might just play it safe. Go for the triple tank, mirror composition. As I would expect GamersOrigin to potentially run that again. Or go for a triple threat dive. They have definitely not been shying away from that one as well. And so far, we might see Nil stick with the McCree.
It's high noon somewhere.
Maybe in anticipation of said dive comp with Pharah to boot. This could be great for the lineup of alternate attacks. Having a better read here over their opponents. GamersOrigin need to outmuscle the opposition at this point to get a win, unless they keep swapping around. Curious if Ben Best will stick to the Diva. Paco swapping over back to the Zarya so far. As Nil and Cranks gonna be set up top. Looking for some targets. Octo going with that Fire Strike just in case can get any ultimate charge. But Leaf spots Cranks down and he actually gets slept. Nice combo off of it. Beautifully executed by GamersOrigin, but so far it's still a 1-for-1. The Liz almost goes down, but it's extremely difficult for Leaf to stay alive when faced off against this enemy composition, but still manages to do so for now. Gets taken down extremely low, however. Finally gonna be going down to Cranks, and this push should be diverted by alternate. Bedabest's shield going down as well. Gets hooked. Should be going down. Finally gets killed. And so far, so good for alternate. Deadeye soon available. Curious to see if Ruby's gonna use the nano boost on him. Maybe if he can get into a good position so far. Sticking close to his Reinhardt and Roadhog. Counter. Oh, counter charge though is gonna be great, and the follow-up air shatter. Ben Bass being a beast here, and now with the Graviton coming out, seems like GamersOrigin should be able to clean up house. Ben Bass chasing down to Liz, gets slept. Doesn't even matter. GamersOrigin will be able to push the opposition back. Attack visor available for Narwhal as well. Probably gonna see him try to go for the high ground here. Didn't really wait on the elevator. Got spotted by the opposing enemy. Earth Shatter and Sound Barrier available for alternate, however. Nil. Swapping over to the Genji instead. Interestingly enough. See what he's gonna be able to do with this one. As so far, GamersOrigin still on the point, contesting. Building up those ultimates, but Sound Barrier being used defensively. 1-for-1. Nil manages to get out of it, and good Earth Shatter coming out of Ben Best. Beautifully done. Cranks gets the kill onto him finally, but the push will continue. Even Leaf getting that hook. Secures the kill, stops Cranks in his tracks. Narwhal finalizing that one with the Helix.
My ultimate is charging.
And Narwhal will have the attack visor ready to go. Spots out Ruby. Got some low. Nil forced to get out of there. as well. And this is gonna be rough for alternate. if Nil doesn't not contest him, and he's also really, really low. It's gonna be rough. No Nil to contest, no deflect being available means instant tac visor option coming out in Narwhal. And now, you see Benbest take Nil down, Leaf getting the kill on Octo. And GamersOrigin continuing on with the relentless push.
My ultimate is charging.
And we actually Nil, desperate final attempt to get back to the card, maybe delay things, but even catching me off guard, I did not expect him to opt in for that. And a beautiful max rage hook coming out of Leaf. Hook, line, sinker. Delivers that one for GamersOrigin, but not before two of their very own members go down. Still, push is good for them. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Benbest almost ready to go with that Earth Shatter. Cranks sitting up top with a tac visor. Not really contested, is gonna go for the back line so far. He's gonna wait for it. Gonna wait. Now the beat gets dropped in the end, however. Managed to get it in time, and so far, sound barrier for tac visor. And a good position will mean they're gonna be safe, but good Earth Shatter coming out of Benbest. Leaf securing those 2 kills. Counter sound barrier to follow suit. Leaf popping that whole hog. And with Narwhal nano boosted with the tac visor on, we'll be able to push alternate back. Octo trying desperately to stay alive, even Doki getting the kill onto Nil. Ruby already gonna be going down, but no, gets the sleep. Beautifully done. On to Narwhal. Still, no kills on either end. Paco finally getting a double. Nil sliding the dust to Liz. Still alive for now, but for how long? Leaf will be slept, but with the Graviton coming out of Paco, this will be an absolutely dominating push coming out of GamersOrigin.
Score 3-3.
And at this point, with as much time remaining for GamersOrigin, alternate aTTaX needs to make this offensive push work. Not gonna be easy, but
I feel a lot better having
rather
you
the
watch
defense.
my back.
Apologies. They need to make the defensive work because they went into overtime. So no offense option for them. Apologies for some reason. I recalled it was 1 minute. They actually managed to only get it through overtime. And as a result, GamersOrigin will get a chance at a push, and if they get the first point cap, they win. And as a result, we might see alternate go for a potentially riskier strategy here as Nil picks up Torbjorn to Liz on that Symmetra. They managed to keep those turrets set up, spread pretty evenly so far from the looks of things. Looking to build up as much charge as possible, but GamersOrigin, Leaf once again on that Pharah. Spots out Ruby, should force him out of that tower. Will be forced to drop down. Sentry turret gets taken down, and this is the great thing about Pharah. He's gonna be able to clean up some of those turrets, including Nil's turret. Will be taken really low, however. Paco, so the team pushing in from above. So far, being pushed back. Nothing really happening for either team. Cranks managing to build up 47 ult charge, and Nil dropping really low, about to 30% HP. And Leaf being healed up. Sets the sights onto Cranks. Team is gonna push it on the point. And look for that soldier. Gets to spot him in the end, but can he win the duel? Gets the rocket in the end. And Narwhal takes the kill of his own as well. So it's 2 for 1. And now, looking for more. This is like clean up at this point for Leaf, and GamersOrigin will be able to take Hollywood.
Anyone want to join me? My ultimate.
Final score 4-3.
And the gamble coming out of alternate, not paying off in the end. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for GamersOrigin. And GamersOrigin take a 1-0 lead in the series.
Play of the match.
Beautiful sleep dart there. Deflect as well in the end once more. But GamersOrigin will have not only one series lead, but also a series lead here in terms of maps in this current best of 3. And we will be looking at alternate attacks, see what map they will be choosing for the second one. Once again, if GamersOrigin takes this next map, they win the whole tourney. If alternate attacks can bring it back and win this best of 3 series, they will have a chance at that first place and reset everything, equalizing it 1-1 in the grand final series overall. So it's looking like it's going to be Nepal for the next map. So
Traveling to Nepal.
control map coming up next. Team sides swapping once more. Overwatch wants to make sure I'm doing my job editing those overlays, and it will be GamersOrigin on the right hand side, and we'll see alternate on the blue. And nil. I don't expect them to actually run the Junkrat, even though they teased it in the previous series versus their opponents. Still, you could potentially see Benbest or just somebody pick up that May. May on Nepal, especially on Village, was the choice for certain teams as they boost up onto the speed boost on the high ground and then try to section off the enemy team, catch them off guard, block out a few of the entryways to the point, but no Mays are gonna be available here as teamfight will commence. An all-out brawl and ooh, behind the enemy lines, but Octo somehow still manages to stay alive, even taking Hip down. And that's when the hook backfires, and alternate will be able to take first point cap. Really surprising that Octo manages to somehow stay alive there after he got hooked into the enemy team. But good stuff coming out of alternate. We'll set up on high ground once more. But the answer coming out of GamersOrigin will be speed boosting through the main. And they almost get that cap. Finally contested by the blue team. Frank's going in aggressively to Liz. Gets the first one. And another teamfight win for alternate. As we see both of the supports resetting.
My ultimate is ready.
And a nice surf shatter coming out of Octo to secure it. And this is looking dire for GamersOrigin. They need to force as much as possible out of alternate attacks because they already have 4 ultimates ready to go. 2d2 of the GamersOrigin's lineup. And then we'll go for the Graviton Blade combo. So far gets 2, looking for more. Franks gets the double. Looking for more. Leaf doesn't get the hook. Friendly highs on both ends. Alternate, keep holding. They still have the Nano Boost and Tech Visor, whereas GamersOrigin, they managed to at least force enough out of this alternate attacks lineup that they should be getting a point swapped over in their favor and win the next team fight. But See the fight start, commence. Nil actually be the first one to take somebody down, and takes another with the nano boost with the attack visor. 2 for 1 so far. Paco extremely low, gets taken down. And even with all of the ultimates being used by GamersOrigin, alternate attacks managed to pull through. Narwhal still on the point, but not for long. As Leaf tries desperately to stay alive, push overtime. Not be able to do so, and alternate attacks takes first point.
Score 1-0.
And a much better time here on this control map for alternate attacks. Getting that 1-0 round lead, and not sure if Cranks will stick to that Pharah. Pharah definitely not one of the favorite picks here on Sanctum or Nepal, but maybe he will go through with it. So expect him to swap in the end. We'll see shortly, as he's gonna be going with it. Concussion Blast, still a good tool, especially if he manages to catch the opposition off guard. So far, taking Paco down to half HP. And a Bionade will keep him healthy, however. As Cranks still dishing out the damage. Not really contested too much. Narwhal and Hip needs to try and do more. And Cranks gets that first blood kill. Paco answers with one onto Octo, and now being chased down. Cranks dropping pretty low, but GamersOrigin looking to push themselves onto the point. And Paco, 100 charge Zarya, hurts exceptionally so, as takes Ruby down to half HP. Shields and Reinhardt, keeps him safe. And return, Nil will be popping that attack visor, gets a double kill so far. Looking to get the point into their favor, but Ben answers with a Earth Shatter.
I am taking you.
And point finally going the way of GamersOrigin. Beautiful Earth Shatter, or rather charge coming out of Ben Best. Apologies. Secures the kill onto the opposing Zarya. Next going down there, and GamersOrigin will come out on top. Paco already available with that Graviton. Pocket Barrage, good to go for Cranks. Looking to go from the side so far. Gets the Kunk onto Paco. And with a 6v5 advantage, looking for more. Gets nano boosted. Justice rains from above, but into nothing. As Red Team manages to disengage in time. Some return kills being good. He finally goes down. Nano boost onto Narwhal. Sound barrier to boot him with attack visor. This is looking grim for alternate attacks. As Narwhal gets the triple and keeps the point safe.
Everyone heal up.
However, a lot of ultimates available for alternate. Cranks finally swapping over to that Genji. Did not make that fair work, and with the Graviton being out, so far it's gonna be a 1-for-1. Sound barrier being popped as well, making it a 3-for-1, and with the 4th kill coming through, make that 5th with Nil.
Ready for deployment.
Alternate attacks are finally gonna be able to get a hold of the points.
Charging.
I will keep you healed.
So far, Earth Shatter available. Attack Visor available for the blue team. Whereas over for GamersOrigin, they will have a lot of ultimates to work with soon, but so far Benabest taking pretty low. Cranks! Oh man. Unfortunately for Leaf, that was a Genji. He can still make it out, but could have been really dangerous, as Attack Visor will be the option for Nil, but so far it's 1-for-0. Dragon becomes him, but nice charge coming out of Benabest. Means that GamersOrigin will be able to take the point back into their favor. For Graviton, with the Nano Boost and aTTaX Visor, this is not looking good for the blue team lineup, as Cranks is gonna be going on to the point, force the opposing Lucio to go there and contest. But this is gonna be a win for GamersOrigin, surely, as Taliz will be taken down. GamersOrigin equalizes it 1-1.
Score 1-1.
And also, I did forget to mention it as the action was so hectic, but nicely came out of Hip there. Help out with the team fight, make sure they get the win. We'll be moving on to the third round of the poll. Really tough one to call so far. Alternate answering really well overall, but not good enough in that second round. As both teams rush onto the point. Cranks still sticking with that Genji. No changes coming out of GamersOrigin. And so far, our team being pushed back. Leaf getting booped to Liz. Draws first blood. Bloodthirsty support will come through. Deflect attempt was good, but it goes really low. However, alternate aTTaX will be able to get a first point cap. Now, Paco is forced to disengage there. They drop really low. Ultimate advantage building in favor of the blue team, but Leaf starting the potential turnaround. Octo gets a charge onto Hip. Another good hook onto Taliz. And Noki with a hook follow-up. Even better. Nil going down. Leaf cleaning up house. Misses that hook, but still. This should be good for red team unless Nex can keep them at bay, and he can. Charged up, and with the help of Cranks, Nex turns things around. Being charged up. Even have that Graviton available already. 43% already built up for alternate. And with so many alternates available soon, we're in for a big brawl commencing. Graviton is out. Cranks will be using that blade, but beautiful Bionate follow-up onto that cluster means that alternate is gonna be able to keep the opposition at bay. Not entirely convinced that alternate even needed the blade there. Still, they will manage to secure those final kills and push Origins back. 75% already onto the point. And with not a lot of ultimates available, this is not looking good for the blue team, but Leaf gets the first kill, sets the sights onto the Reinhardt. And with aTTaX Visor being popped by Narwhal, ultimates available soon on both ends. This is looking like a team fight win for GamersOrigin. 94%, 95%. Not quite 99%, but still. GamersOrigin needs to make great use of their ultimates. They need to handle them with care. Not overcommit. Make sure they stagger them properly. But we might see the Graviton whole hog. The Graviton goes in. Normally nets them 2 kills so far. Bionate will force Leaf out of it. Venomous chasing down the blue team. Sound barrier will be available still for GamersOrigin. Whereas for alternate, they have a lot of ultimates to work with, especially considering Cranks, Nex, and Taliz should have theirs soon enough. And so far, we will see Nil straight up pop the aTTaX Visor, but so far it's 1-for-1. Make that 2-for-1. That's a sound barrier. Will mitigate any more kills happening out of Nil, at the very least for now, but with the Graviton, with the blade being popped, this is just slice and dice cleanup for Cranks. And last ditch effort attempt by Leaf. They're running to the point. Narwhal as well, but this will be the point going over to alternate aTTaX.
Score 2-1.
And alternate aTTaX, we're getting it back into their favor. Starting the dream, the reverse sweep potential dream in terms of the series. Remember, they need to win Nepal to stay alive in the tournament, keep their hopes up for that first prize win. Whereas GamersOrigin, if they bring it back here on Village once more and get another win on the board on Nepal, they'll be the first prize winners. Find out soon as the round will start. Both teams rushing off to the point. Swaps coming in for GamersOrigin. Aggressive composition, but so far 1 for 1. Doesn't get any follow-up kills just yet. Pushes the opposition out of position. Nil will go down next as well. And a good first team fight win for GamersOrigin.
I'll take the objective. You know you want some.
My ultimate is charging.
Ultimate advantage slowly building up for both of the teams, but in favor of GamersOrigin so far. Next, we'll swap over to the Roadhog. Try and deal with the pesky flankers as well as Paco on that pair potentially. But Winston going in. Leaf gets the first kill. Nil answers with 1, but Leaf continuing on with the dash resets. And this is a clear team fight win for GamersOrigin once more. Next, the only one left alive, trying to do something. Trying to get a hook potentially there. Does not get it. Narwhal somehow going down. I do believe he just fell off the ledge there, but still. We'll have his ultimate available. 3 ultimates up and ready to go for this GamersOrigin lineup. Pip will have that Transcendence soon, which could help them secure another team fight win. Pulse Bomb will secure the first kill onto Octo. Dragon Blade is not gonna go through. Unfortunate for Leaf, but Narwhal answering with 3 kills. Nil, the only one left alive here for the blue team, and could potentially take Narwhal down. Does not manage to do so in the end. 67% already built up for GamersOrigin. This is looking dire for alternate. GamersOrigin looking in great shape to equalize Nepal 2-2. But next, swapping once more. Over onto Fair. Cranks will be on the tracer duty. And now Nil will be popping the attack visors. Transcendence being used defensively. And as a result, he mitigates every kill potentially coming out. 1 for 1. Looking for Paco. Nil doesn't get anything. In the meantime, Cranks is cleaning up house. Nice deflect, but will not be enough. And Cranks gets a triple, followed up by a quadruple onto Leaf. So we'll still have that pulse bomb ready to go.
My ultimate is almost ready.
What, 99% was pushed for GamersOrigin. They need one more team fight. Nil somehow takes down Narwhal. Will force GamersOrigin back for an extra while. They still have a lot of room to work with, however. A lot of time remaining here.
You're going to be
Ruby
okay.
making sure his teammates are healthy and good to go. However, position going in on the point. So far, it's a 1 for 1. Both Tracer trading kills. Narwhal forced to use that recall and point swap. Going over to the side of GamersOrigin. Nobody from the blue side was there to contest, but with the sound barrier being popped, we'll be able to stay alive
My tactical visor
and get the
is
point cap
charging.
back into their favor.
My ultimate is charging.
GamersOrigin. Now at 52% Leaf, almost ready to go with a Dragon Blade. And with Noki and the sound barrier, that could potentially be enough for the round win. But still is quite a bit away from it. And now Nil popping that visor will get a first kill. Looking for more. 2 for 1. Spots out Hip. Does not get the helix, but Ruby secures a kill of his own. On to Leaf. Quinks winning out the Tracer battle.
You're going to live.
An alternate. Looking right here. 4 ultimates available. Only 2 for GamersOrigin.
You're covered.
And with Oxo, line get away, sneakier, Reinhardt, but still, gets spotted out in the end. Swinging away, Leaf gets a kill, looks for a second, doesn't get anything just yet. And now, OK2, Octo will be taken down. And Red Team, GamersOrigin, will be able to turn things back into their favor. Overtime kicks in and GamersOrigin equalizes it 2-2. What a series.
Score 2-2.
So far, judging by the previous performance on this side of Nepal, I will be giving the advantage over in the side of alternate attacks.
Zarya, ready.
With how close this series has been, it's a really tough one to call. This round will be ready to start soon.
My ultimate is charging.
Both teams rushing on to the point for now. Thanks on that Genji. Leaf being his counter opposition. Tries to go in onto Diana, but Bionate from Hip does not connect with him. Will at least keep him safe. And Paco, a bit too aggressive this time around, and even Harlock going really low. An alternate will take a first cap win.
The objective is mine. Be quick about it.
Ultimate advantage once more, building in favor of alternate as a result. Looking to hold. As the red team will be speed boosting in. Van Bestenko looking for a few targets, but with the kills being over on the blue hand side, Octo still somehow alive. No kills coming through for GamersOrigin. No, even picking up a double. Looking for more. Spots him out. Can he get it? Heal station will keep him safe. Paco gets a kill out to Franks. Definitely not what they were looking for, but still. Ultimates lining up for both ends. Now with the Graviton being used, charge follows suit. Narwhal with the attack visor and nano boost looking for targets, but still, so far, nobody going down. 1 for 1. Make that 2. Leaf will have the Dragon Blade. Don't think he's going to opt to use it just yet. Unless he wants to secure the fight. Sound Barrier will be out, however. And with 3 kills coming out, this is unfortunate for Leaf. Tragic end to his tale. But as a result, alternate attacks are looking poised to get the series equalized here in this best of 3, 1-1. So far, 78% on that cap. Paco will be using that Graviton and have to do a lot of work off of it. Leaf getting that double so far, looking for more. Gets bionated, however. Kill onto Liz with a triple. GamersOrigin finally gets the point. Ultimate advantage in favor of GamersOrigin to boot as well, so they could potentially keep the point rolling. But unless Paco just outclasses the opposition and gets our garbage on surge once more quicker, it's looking like alternate is gonna just try to build up as much ultimate advantage is possible, but so far it's gonna be 1-for-1. Vanabest going in, getting a few extra kills, looking for that Reinhardt. Nice fire strike to secure it. And GamersOrigin securing another team fight win.
My ultimate is charging.
They did use the sound barrier, however. That is going to be out of the question. And with Graviton coming up soon, as well as Tech Visor, Nano Boost, even Dragon Blade. This is not looking good for GamersOrigin, but Nano Boosted Rhine is still a menace. Gets the first, gets the second. And with Earth Shatter ready to go. This is looking better and better for GamersOrigin. But Narwhal answers with a kill. Graviton will be used onto Vanabest, but absolute chaos ensues as GamersOrigin are going to fall 2 so far. And Leaf gets the Dragon Blade, answers with 2 return. Last ditch effort, but nil. Nice Helix to stop that. And stop him dead in his tracks. Now with 99%, alternate aTTaX is going to be able to win the poll.
Play of the match.
Excellent stuff. Overall, really close one. But alternate aTTaX managing to pull through and get that win on the board in the end. And now, it seems like we're going to be moving on to King's Row for what could very well be our final map of the night. But it seems like both teams, or at least one of them, needs a bit of break time. So we're going to be moving on to a very short break as a result, as I do need a bit of break time myself. But this is the grand finals. My name is Brunch. Welcome once more to the Overwatch EU Arena, brought to you by The Place. Season 1 finale. We'll be right back very soon.
Now entering King's Row.
Up the tempo. I can't even take you seriously right now. Nothing's gonna stop.
Slacker Caster reporting for duty. Fortunately, had to go for a very short break as well, but we are gonna get rolling on King's Row. Alternate aTTaX needs to win this one to reset the series and potentially get that first prize win over on the blue hand side. That's exactly where they're gonna be at. On defense, on King's Row. First round starts. As Hip, we'll be swapping back over to Diana. Narwhal going for the Tracer to round up this aggressive dive composition coming out of GamersOrigin. They're already forcing the opposition a pretty tough spot, but Paco getting the first blood, getting onto the high ground. I was about to say, nobody contesting the soldier out of alternate aTTaX, but never mind. Paco taking it to himself Gets those 2 kills. Leaf cleaning up in the end with a triple. GamersOrigin get a very swift first cap on King's Row. Start pushing the payload already on the hybrid map. Ultimate advantage, definitely in favor of GamersOrigin. Franks getting the swap to that Genji. We'll see if it pays off in the end. So far, Paco already at 95% ult charge. We'll have it up and ready. Not really contested too much. Gets OK2 out of position and Octo goes down. 2 for 2 so far though. Next answers beautifully. And so far, quite a big brawl coming out of both teams. But Leaf and Co pulls through. Cleans up. And a lot of ultimates still ready to go for GamersOrigin. Falco and Benbes running back onto the cart. But with Transcendence, Dragon Blade, even Pulse Bomb ready for GamersOrigin. Might be able to take this one. Nicely done to initiate the fight. Follows it up with the Dragon Blade. And a late tack visor is going to be tragic for Nil. As he's gonna use, rather not lose that ult charge, so never mind. Not as tragic as I first thought. Leaf a bit too fast on that kill. Cyber Ninja being punished this time by Cranks, getting that kill with the McCree swap. But still, excellent time coming out of GamersOrigin. Best will be swapping over to Reinhardt for this final point and see what they can do. A lot of ultimates available on for the blue team. But offensive Transcendence into the charge is gonna be good. Next answers with his ulti, but so far being really low. Gets the hook onto Leaf and no follow-up means he's dead. And with attack visor being popped, Nil trying to turn things back into their favor. Gets the first kill, looking for more. Gets the kill onto Zenyatta, but chased down by the opposition all the way through the spawn. 9 HP, Noki takes him down. So far, the win is looking great for GamersOrigin. Paco gets another. Soundberry available. Paco still building up that old charge at this point. With 76 charge as a Zarya. Looking for that left-hand side high ground. Contests Nil. So far so good. But we'll see Cranks pop that dead eye. Sets the sights onto one. Gets 2 kills. Together with Octo. Leaf gets 1 in return onto next, but will be enough for GamersOrigin to have to pull back. Leaf dying out in the end. Paco trying to stay alive as this balloon lineup alternate are looking to push them back, but good Graviton Surge catches them off guard. Beautiful read coming out of Paco. An instant punishment for alternate attacks. And that's the danger you're facing when you're trying to push in towards the spawn. Paco having that ultimate available notices the opportunity and just catches 4 people there, if not 5. And an easy team fight win. And on top of that, alternate is not going to be able to run in 1 by 1 because they all died at the same time pretty much. So no option for them to delay the cart. GamersOrigin get some great time on King's Row. And at this point, remember, they win King's Row, they win whole tourney, Season 1 finale for the EU Overwatch Arena. Alternate attacks need to come up with something big here, as they will have a lot of pressure to work under. 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining, as said, on that attack time. Is definitely very menacing when you look at it. Once you swap over onto the offensive side of things, it could put up a lot of pressure for that roster. We'll see if they can keep their composure and just bring it back. It's definitely not over just yet.
For a man of your years, you look pretty good.
Tournament fatigue could also be a thing that could start settling in for alternate. Both teams having a lot of scrappy fights. But so far, Frank's scouting out the opposition is probably gonna be swapping over from that Widow to the Genji once again. As we will see what they can do here on the offensive side of things so far. Leaf on his Genji. Blue team is gonna try and contest for that high ground, but Leaf spots a lone soldier. He's alright. Gonna have to push you back. And now both lines want to get out, but Best gets the first blood. And so far, so good for the red team. Leaf looking for more. Sets sights onto Nil. Goes really low. Next, getting a kill onto Best, but still. Things looking great for GamersOrigin overall. Good Bionate onto the wall. Will stop Cranks from healing, but GamersOrigin might be able to, or might be forced to go back. No Reinhardt means no easy front line. Finally gonna back towards it. Ultimate advantage slowly building up in favor of GamersOrigin. Cranks though, taking the first kill and gets another one. Cranks with a team coming out on top.
The objective is mine.
Then we'll be able to start the push
Get back in
on the
fight.
card.
Yeah.
As we see a nice friendly stare down come out from Paco and Cranks. Cranks, as you can see, will have the Dragon Blade up and ready to go next with his Graviton to boot. But if they brawl it out for a while longer, they're gonna be facing off against a lot of ultimates on the side of GamersOrigin as well. So far, 1-4-0. See what they can do. Cranks still in the back line, looking for Ana. We'll be able to run through the Mega, but so far, an all-out scrappy fight, and GamersOrigin will be able to come out on top. Nice leap onto Leaf, but still saved by Hip. And GamersOrigin managed to defend. Next, did use their Graviton, however. Even with that, a lot of ultimates available for alternate. But with Soundberry coming up, Paco having his Graviton, might be enough. We see the Graviton as well, the Earth Shatter come out. And now Nil bumping up that Tag Visor, but Leaf gets the first one. Crinks answers with the blade onto Noki. Looking for more. Leaf will be pushed back in. So far, alternate still pushing, but contested. Hip will go down. Paco takes another. Leaf really low. Finally goes down. An alternate used all of their ultimates, but they continue to push. In terms of the time, still looking great. No, looking to go for the high ground. Will not be spotted just yet, so see what they can do as Best is gonna charge in, try and contest, not let him cap the point. Spots out too, but the Graviton is good. Nil gets the first one, Cranks another. This is looking great for alternate attacks as Leaf gets slapped midair. Beautiful sleep dart coming out of Ruby. An alternate not going down without a fight. Gets a staggered kill onto Nil, or rather onto Hip. Nil might be killed, however. Shield will keep him alive for a while. So far, though, a lot of ultimates coming out for the red team. 2-4-0 so far. Octo answers with 1. Will be taken down. Ruby into Liz, the only ones remaining on the card. Ruby will reset to Liz, will follow suit.
Barriers on you. Go.
And so far, GamersOrigin still holding. And the Graviton available, Blade, as well as the Nano Boost. This is looking really good for them. So you just gonna see the Graviton being used straight up, but no, not yet so far. As Leaf is gonna clean up house with that Dragon Blade. Gets next to Narwhal, popping that Tech Visor. And not really sure if it was needed, but at least Paka will hold on to the Graviton. So far, so good for GamersOrigin. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Nice Graviton from above. But so far, still 1 for 1. Gets 2 for 1. Good follow-up. And Nil takes one down, but Paco and Co. cleaning up house. Nicely done by Paco. Get that high ground. Catch all of them into the Graviton. But Nano Boost and Tech Visor up and ready to go. Nil trying to get in position. Shield will stop him for now. Ooh, Leaf solo. But kills coming through. Even the boop onto Ben Best. Unfortunate.
Stay out of my way.
An alternate will be able to team wipe GamersOrigin. 2 minutes remaining so far.
Is almost ready.
Earth Shatter, Graviton is also gonna come up soon. Can they do it, however? Ben Best is looking to answer with an Earth Shatter of his own. So far, Leaf gonna be using that blade, but 2 for 1 makes it an advantageous fight for the red team. Leaf chasing down Ruby. It's gonna be really low. Finally goes down. GamersOrigin continue to hold. 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining. Alternate attacks are fighting for their tournament life here. Cranks will have that Dragon Blade available. Needs to be the Knight in Shining Armor. This time, Cyber Ninja is Shining Armor. But Nil is gonna be getting a double kill. Cranks follows suit with a cleanup. And so far, so good. Couple of kills coming for GamersOrigin, but not enough. As we'll see both teams using that or rather that Tech Visor. And it's not gonna be enough. And alternate with 50 seconds remaining, get to push till the end.
Score 3-3.
But even with the push going through for alternate, things are not as bright as it may seem, as GamersOrigin
Where they do not
will have 3 minutes and 51 seconds, whereas alternate only 1 minute to boot. So far, no swaps really coming out of either end. And with how dangerous Paco's fair was on offense,
Hello there.
alternate attacks probably thinking of a potential way to deal with it once they will be swapping sides over on the defensive side of things. But still, in the meantime, they need to focus on this offensive push. 1 minute is all they have to work with. This round will start. Once again, no swaps coming in for either teams. Ranks trying to poke at the back line. Goes in onto Leaf. Gets that dash damage in. Deflect. This does not work against it, but Cranks being really low. Dashes in. Not even sure why he opted in to do that. First blood will go over in the favor of GamersOrigin, and now Ben Best even gets the charge onto Nil. And with 25 seconds remaining, this is not looking good for alternate attacks. Maybe a fat finger on Crank's side, but still, really well done by GamersOrigin. 13 seconds remaining. Benbest is running back onto the point.
My ultimate is
Was the only one to fall out of this red team lineup. Overtime will kick in. Benbest is back in town, however. And overtime will kick in. Nano Boost has come through, but 1-for-1 so far. He's gonna get the advantage. Leaf gets the first kill, follows it up with a blade. Nano Boost to boot, and this is gonna be it. GamersOrigin will be able to hold.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
And again, things are not looking up for alternate attacks, as GamersOrigin will have a lot more time to work with. However, they can still attempt a draw over here on King's Row. This is not out of question, and they will instantly anticipate that Pharah being the pick as nil. Going over with the McCree seemingly so far. This does mean that they will be running a triple DPS comp on defense. While it can work, problem is they lose one fight, it's pretty much over. And if they don't out-muscle the competition, that is not as likely to happen, as triple DPS, especially on defense, can be really risky. Low HP pulls on these members means that if Paco gets to a good position once more, and he potentially gets anything done, it's gonna be really bad for alternate. But Sonic Arrow will be used by Narwhal, trying to scout things out. Pokes a bit, but we'll be swapping over to the Tracer. Paco once more, trying to contest the blue team up top. Cranks chasing him down, and Leaf gets the first kill. Already, things are not looking up for alternate attacks as GamersOrigin pushing in. Nobody to contest this fair. Paco on top, but next gets a kill onto Benabest. It's not all over yet. Naki, however, getting a kill onto Reinhardt will make sure things are definitely swinging in their favor. And now with some extra kills, potentially going in on to the squishies. Could be big, but nil answers still. And somehow still alive. Gets a double, even onto hip. Finally goes down, but Benabest will go down as well. And Narwhal will have that pulse bomb available and ready to go. Still a very scrappy fight. Cranks being really low. We'll have to recall. Now with the Tracer fight commencing. Teams have regrouped for the most part. Looking for that pulse bomb. Does not get it just yet. Finally gets it. And with the Rhine potentially going down here, could be huge. But Nil gets a kill of his own. Can he get more? Sets the sights onto Paco. Finally gets it, but Narwhal answers. And so far, with Nex having that Nano boost, 92% on him available, we'll be able to push GamersOrigin back. But Benabest run in. An alternate against all odds, continue to hold to Liz, even getting the kill off onto Lee.
My ultimate is charging.
And again, not really sure why GamersOrigin didn't opt in for a safer approach.
My ultimate is
Go for
charging.
a more death ball-y composition. All they need to do is just win one team fight, but they have a lot of ultimates to make that work. Leaf will be popping in that Dragon Blade. Soundbear will keep the opposition safe. However, next with the rest of his team will be able to clean up on the point. And once more,
Need some healing.
alternate holds.
My ultimate is charging.
However, 4 ultimates still available for GamersOrigin. 1 minute remaining. They will more than likely be using those 2 support ults aggressively to go in. As we see Paco go in super deep. Gets instantly taken down, however. No sound barrier inside for him. And so far, still, things not looking great for the red team. But Narwhal gets the kill with the pulse bomb. Once again, sets the sights onto next. Can they get it? Solo finally gets it next. Gets Noki though in return as well. And Cranks really low, but again, more members out of the red team falling in comparison to the blue team. And with 24 seconds remaining, alternate are looking in great shape to force a draw on King's Row. Now nil. King's Row pretty low. We'll be using the Deadeye and deflect will time out. Does not get the kill still. Follows it up in the end. Overtime kicks in. With all of the members of GamersOrigin dying one by one. This is looking like a draw. And alternate attacks against all odds pull through.
Finals. 3-3.
And what a match indeed. And I do believe now we will be forced into a decider match on a control map with just the best of 3 tiebreaker. Beautiful stuff coming out of him. Gets saved up there in the end, but still, seems like we will be moving on to a tiebreaker map. We'll just check which one it is, but alternate attacks, keeping the dream alive, staying in the tournament. And we'll see which one is going to be played out. So far, waiting on admin confirmation in terms of the map choice. Just gonna double check, but so far, what a series. What a series. And I gotta give it to him. Alternate attacks are not going down without a fight. And at this point, since we're moving on to another control map, they definitely have a good opportunity to get the best of 3 series win and reset it once more so we can get into another excellent best of 3 series for tonight. Let's see if they will be ready. It's going to be a best of 3 only on Ilios, meaning that they're not going to be playing around. Tournament life is at stake.
Now arriving at Ilios.
And we'll see who can come up on top. Alternate attacks once more on the blue end side. And over on the red, we will have GamersOrigin. But man, I can't believe that actually went through and alternate somehow with the triple DPS composition on defense. Get to defend and all the way through those 3 minutes. Forcing that draw, keeping their dreams alive. And we'll see who can take the first lead here on Ilios. Could expect some Widowmaker play on runes, potentially once more. Would not be out of ordinary. Something too unexpected. This is bad and best. We'll definitely be swapping over from that for Bjorn. Aggressive compositions will be at for both teams. The only difference being that Genji compared to the Pharah. And Narwhal already forced a recall. Not in a great spot. Next, uncontested here onto the side on this Pharah. for any kills, any picks. And so far, Nil will take first blood.
Securing the objective. Clearing the area.
First gap. Going to alternate as well.
This is not a costume.
And things are looking great for them so far. Ultimate advantage. Holding up towards him. Or in their end, but Leaf gets a nice kill. Finally gets taken down by Ruby. Ruby being clutch with that final kill, and even finally gets taken out by Narwhal, but it was really close. Narwhal back onto the point. Somehow still alive, almost up and ready to go with a pulse bomb. Fighting that Tracer duel, and
My ultimate is almost
unfortunately for him, no ultimate available, or rather no recall available in time. Very, very close, however. Gets to take down Octo in the end, at least. But not too shabby. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Nil. Looking ready to go with that attack visor. Octo will have the primal rate soon. Was really, really low though. Will be pushed back here. And Nil once more gets the first kill. Paco going in with the attack visor and the nano boost, but gets slept. Woken up in the end. And unfortunately for the blue team, they managed to wake him up. He's ready to go. Ready to dish out some damage. And point will swap over to GamersOrigin. Next, actually taking down Narwhal before he gets killed himself. Really well done. But 3 ultimates available on both ends, and Octo with that nano boost is just gonna melt through some of these squishies. Now popping that primal rage. Point swap back over into their favor. It's gonna look to regroup with the team. Saluting as he roams the skies. Absolutely beautiful. Something straight out of a National Geographic, but the ultimate's still available for GamersOrigin. 90% ready to go. Leaf setting his sights onto the Pharah. Is not gonna pay off, and Noki gets a kill. Paco, one more. And nicely done by Leaf to dash in time. Next gets 2, but will not be enough. However, 99% was built for alternate on that point. All they need to do now is win one more team fight. They're good to go. Still, Noki will have that sound barrier available. Should manage to help them win the next team fight, at least for now. Winston going really low, finally goes down, but Nil will have that attack visor, gets first kill onto him. Will be taken down by Paco with his attack visor and the nano boost on top, pulling through. So far, so good for this GamersOrigin lineup. Paco trying to get a good advantage up top. Advantage point. Nano boost available for the blue team, but Banbest gonna have to help out, or see Octo go in for the Ana. 1v1 is real, but takes him down in the end. And so far, team numbers advantage going over in the blue hand side of things. Narwhal, only one left on the point. Final few members running in. Leaf, desperate hero play, will not be good enough. And the cap gonna go over in the side of alternate. Overtime being pushed once more, but it's not gonna be enough as alternate take the first round.
Score 1-0.
Let's get you healed up.
System check initiated. Green across the board. I'm ready.
And at this point, we're in it for the long run. Alternate attacks
Look at this team.
playing out of their minds. gunning for that series win, so they can potentially win another best of 3 to win it all. As the round will start. Remember, if alternate takes the second win here on Ilias, they will be able to get that win for the first best of 3 series. Narwhal dueling out the Tracer, but Leaf and Narwhal getting the best out of him. The list taking Banbest down, but that's all alternate yet.
The objective is mine. Be
Even
quick
Baco
about it.
going really low. Will be forced to drop down. But first team fight and Cap going over to GamersOrigin. Leaf. A bit too deep. Will be forced to regroup. And we'll see. Alternate attacks rush back onto the point. The Liz looking for some potential environmental kills. Nil though. Gets the first one. Cranks follows suit, and Cranks with the pulse bomb available. Looking for more. Finally gets the kill onto Hip, and alternate will be taking the point. And again, alternate attacks just seems to be winning these control maps over and over again. Getting the best out of GamersOrigin so far. We'll see if they can keep it up as Octo takes on Leaf. Banbest going in really deep. All by himself. Not entirely sure what he wanted to do there. But almost 4 ultimates available for alternate. And with Octo having it soon, that will make it 5. But Paco and Co. looking to return the favor. Banbest gets the first kill. Nil popping that attack visor, gets a call into Narwhal. But so far it's only a 1-for-1. Paco looking for that Farah duel. Doesn't get anything just yet. Almost gets him down. Still, no direct hits, and Cranks gets him. Follows it up with another kill onto Banbest. And just seemingly unstoppable alternate attacks will be able to keep on holding. 70% built up. A lot of ultimates available for GamersOrigin, but even with all of those ultimates available, you gotta question if it's going to be enough. Because they not only need to win the next team fight, but a lot more to follow suit. And now, Paco gonna look for Rocket Barrage. So far 2 for 0. Looking good for this red team lineup. Even Paco just popping that Rocket Barrage just in case. Just saying, I needed this point as soon as possible. The Liz finally going down. But alternate is going to be able to push it to overtime. And with Soundberry being the only ultimate left for GamersOrigin, this is not looking too great for them. It's not over yet, but not favorable for them, for sure. Next, we spotted out. We'll drop to 133 HP. And we'll just straight up pop the Rocket Barrage. Takes 1, but so far, it's a 2 for 2. Cranks answers with a couple of kills on top, and no! Ruby, bloodthirsty support, looking for those kills, even gets to solo both squishies almost. And alternate manages to get the win. GG.
Play of the match.
Really well done by Paco, but unfortunately for his team, it's not going to be enough. So, series reset. Alternate attacks keeps the dream alive.